Sorry, James. This is a perfect example of why you should wrap your decorations better. Broken deck. I'm going to try not to throw it. Yes. We got it in there. We're going to need a really good clean after this. Maybe we should have thought about that before and actually did this on there. So these are really beautiful, and I think I'll keep them for as long as they exist. But then you've got stuff that clearly are just, are going to get damaged, and maybe were for the kids. So those I just chop. Sorry. I do think being sustainable is a good thing and keeping as much as you can, but there's always going to be bits that are broken or shoved at the videographer. And then you get things like this. Clearly that was for my daughter. And the battery's gone, but it would have lit up. So I might not throw it away, but I might not really allow it on our tree. Should I give it to the kids to put on their tree? These at some point must have just been fillers because I don't really love them, but they must have just been around to fill the tree. So I will put them aside and I'll consider keeping them. So in fact, this one does look like a Fabergé egg, but it's lost its ribbon. And so rather than throw it away, because it really is pretty and beautifully decorated, and I've had this for years, I again would use this as maybe, some of the decorations on the table just spread around, or even if I've got enough of these that have lost their ribbon, maybe in a bowl, just separately as a whole sort of bowl of Christmas decorations, which I quite like. Lots of you, like me, will have your old decorations that of course you want to reuse, but every Christmas it is very tempting to go out and buy completely new decorations, and I can completely understand because I am very much the same, but I do try and reuse what I have as well. So I've obviously had a big sort, and there are some decorations that have broken, some that I don't really fancy anymore, and some that I feel I should use. So I try to separate everything out into their sections. And if you look across the sea of my decorations here, you can see that I clearly have some strong likes in terms of color scheme. And there's a very strong red going on and a very strong pink. I've always liked a pink Christmas, but of course, there's nothing quite like red decorations. And so I always like to pair my reds with golds, and I like to pair my pinks with silvers. So you can definitely see a clear mix here. What I've got is just to show you some of the really special decorations that I've had for years, and you can see why, because these are so delicate and so pretty. They just haven't, I've not had any problems with them. They've been absolutely great. So I can use these again and again. And actually these have got, I think some of them have got clips on the back. I can either use them as Christmas tree decorations, they can be used as decorations around the home. I think that's what's so great about buying Christmas decorations, that actually even when, they don't work as Christmas tree decorations, these were some Christmas tree decorations that you can see are very heavily embellished. These would go with my sort of pink theme and my pastel theme. So this is a really light blue, and it's lost its ribbon. So because it's such a beautiful piece, and I'm sure at the time I paid quite a bit for it, so I wouldn't want to get rid of it. So I use it in and amongst my other decorations around the house, and it really does look beautiful. Even as a bowl of different baubles, different embellished baubles, they look great together in a bowl, just as an accessory or side decoration. These are some new pieces, and they are these lovely, lovely birds with feather tails, And actually these are brand new, but you can see they go really well with my sort of pink and silverish gold theme here. I don't know whether I'd use them on the table as sort of napkin decorations, or just in and around the table, or even potentially on the tree. They do have these little clips at the back. These are actually from the Chelsea Gardener, and they really are lovely. I've only bought a few. I wanted to be careful as to how many I bought and not to go overboard. So I've had these beautiful glittered silver fir cones for years now, and I don't know if you can tell how big they are by putting my hand around them. They're really a lovely size and have been with me for years because they are so elegant, and luckily they've got their beautiful ribbon still at the top, so I can definitely reuse these. Right, so I'm told these are frosted wintry flower things. So these are really lovely. I don't really know what they are. They do look like flowers, but they're beautiful and very Christmassy looking. I'm sure there's a Christmas flower name of this, isn't there? The red one. I've often swapped these out and used them as alternatives to the stars. Some of you will know I'm not Christian, so you know, putting a star on the tree, I've always wondered whether it's the right thing or not for me to do. So instead, this was always my compromise to make it, you know, less religiously relevant, perhaps. I don't know whether you know, whether that was the right or wrong thing to do, but anyway, I have used this flower and my kids loved it, and actually I've used this again for years, and you can see it's got this really heavy duty clip on, so it's been with me forever, and not quite forever, but it's been with me for a long time, and I have been able to use it not just on the top of the tree, but as Christmas decor on the table, as part of this sort of whole silver theme with the flowers, and I've often used white flowers with it or pink flowers, and it really looks fantastic no matter where you really put it. These are really beautiful butterfly decorations. My daughter's going to love these, and I thought rather than just get the normal standard gold, why not go into Christmas with a twist and give them some leopard print. So I love these. I mean, gold butterflies with leather print, with leopard print. Who wouldn't want them for Christmas? I've got some really lovely napkin rings that I've had for years. I think I may have even bought these from Marks and Spencer or Peter Jones, and they are still fabulous. You know, yes, they may be getting a little bit old on the inside, but honestly you can't tell, and they really are very elegant. So I really do love them, and I love to have them whenever I'm having a red themed dinner party. Chelsea Gardener have gone all out with their nutcrackers. They've got some beautiful decorations, but what I loved about their nutcrackers is they went perfectly with my themes. They've got the red nutcracker, the classic nutcracker, and then they've got the special pink nutcracker, and I've paired them with some really beautiful pink candles that I also picked up there, and they are going to look fabulous on my table. I don't seem to have a lot of my pink decorations from last year left, but I do have some. And again, this would have been from India Jane. Really, really beautiful, outstanding piece. This would have gone on my tree, but given that there's only one this year, I may just have it as a table decoration, and it is really very beautiful, so it could be put anywhere. One of my top picks this Christmas has been this incredible train. Now, I did think twice about getting this because I guess, like everybody else, one of the big things with Christmas is where do you store all of your decorations, and it is a tough one. There's no easy solution for this. I think just getting yourself a bunch of decorations that you know you'll love and you'll want to use every year is a great way to go, and then to add on that, you know, when you get some broken pieces. But this was a train that I found actually at the flower market, and I will be keeping. It looks fabulous. I can use it for the kids around the tree. I can use it as a dinner setting, a centerpiece. It's so lovely. I'm not sure what we'll do with it yet in terms of dressing it, whether we'll sort of spread moss around the edges and add different fruits that we've stuck in, dried fruits that we've stuck in at the moment, or whether or not we'll just sort of make it a complete floral train and have roses popping in and out of the windows, out of the back here, and all around. So watch this space, because that's going to be one interesting train. And finally, I actually went to Bailey and Sage and picked out these lovely mini panettones. I I'm very excited to use these. I'm actually going to be using these as mini Christmas gifts on our table setting. So they work perfectly. I think it's such a lovely thing to be able to do, to gift someone something as they leave your home once they've had dinner. And I think that's a really lovely, thoughtful gift. The really famous red one that neither of us can remember. Armadillons, Armeniacs, Armelons, Armelians. Let's just stick to flowery things, shall we? Anyway, they're very pretty.